Hello, my beautiful Virgos, and welcome to your general tarot guidance. And this is for the whole year of 2024. It is the year ahead overview of what Virgo can expect in 2024. It's a general reading, so it'll apply to various areas of your life. So let's let the little camera come in and let's see what the key themes. We're not going to go month by month, Virgo. We're going to just do a general overview of the year, okay? All right, and it's good for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watching. We've got community coming out. What else for Virgo? What's the key themes for 2024, please? By the book, very Virgo. By the book. Okay, what else? And that one. Okay, higher power. All right. I want to start there. Let's talk about this higher power. Number 4. Fours are about our foundation, our stability, our security, our what's going on underneath that we build our life upon. Okay, so the higher power is, of course, our higher self, our soul source energy, our I am divinity. It is that within us that is connected to the universe and life and all that is. So we know that in 2023 we have been progressing. The energies have been shifting and changing. It's felt quite chaotic at times. As we move into the beginning of 24, this is going to continue for a little while, but it feels like it all settles down once we get into the new astrological year, which is Aries season, right, where the planets all start shifting and everything, the new energy starts to really embed and integrate. So this last 12 months of 2023 has been preparing the ground, clearing out stuff that lowers the vibration, because everything here is about lifting it. So as we come into a higher space, a higher vibration, we become more aware of what works and what doesn't, which is the right way, which is the wrong way. We just are more clued up and tuned in. So it's going to be a big shift in 2024 of you connecting more deeply and more regularly and more trusting and more often with your higher self, your higher power, your I am. All right, so that's a key theme. Now we also have community. Where are we putting this? In the middle? Okay, thanks. So I'm chatting away to my team. Okay, the community. All right, Virgos, you know, and I'm just the same. We're the hermit. We're really good on our own. We don't really need a community. Most of us. There is always the exception, of course. But we can dip in, we can dip out, but we don't need it the way other signs need people. We like people. Well, actually, some Virgos don't like people. We don't like all people. Now I'm waffling, all right? I'm telling them, get to the point. Okay. So we are good and we can kind of retreat into our own little shells saying, do you know what? I'm just good on my own. And then we start to close the door and push people away. You know, I'm busy, I'm working, no, I haven't got time for that, I'm tired. Virgos tend to overwork, you know, I am one, so I know what I'm talking about here. So then we're too tired to go and play and have fun. So in 2024, there's going to be a shift into more of a community energy. So all good to carry on, you know, do your hermit thing, but we want to dip in and out of that community. What's going on in your local area? What is there that I might want to join? What I'm going to make an effort to include myself in. Now there's resistance there as I say that. Virgos are like, well, if I'm invited, I'll think about it, but I'm not inviting myself. It's that kind of resistance. So I want you to have a little look at that this year, because there is a theme here of us wanting to get more involved with people and things, because it's enriching is the word they're giving me. It's growing. It can be challenging too. But you don't want to just stay in a safe space in your own environment, because it's too closed and it doesn't allow and enable, it's the words they're giving me, the growth and the expansion to come in. And 2024 is a year of expansion. All right, that's what they're saying. All right, so what else do we have? It's by the book. Now, coming back to this, number 8. 8s are about infinity and flow and abundance. So it's all good stuff. And this, by the book, is a number 11. Now that's a master number. And the master number 11 is about self, I, the I am. What do I want? What do I need? I'm in my empowerment to create the life as I want. It's also a very spiritual card. It represents you following your inner guidance, your higher guidance. It's following the leader, and obviously, because it's by the book, we're doing things properly. We're not cutting corners. We're doing it with integrity. So it is a forward movement card. They're showing you, look, just follow your instincts. Just keep going. You can see on that card, they're saying to me, those elephants can't see where they're going. They're just putting one foot in front of the other and trusting their instincts to guide them where they need to be, whether it be water or salt or food. They follow their instincts, and they want Virgos to be doing that too this year. All right, so let's bring the camera down and add in the tarot. What more can you tell me about my Virgos? Let's not leave him behind. Okie dokie. All right, tell me more. Let's move these over, get them a little bit more equal. Okay, so, well, that very Virgo. Here we go. Here's the 8 of coins, the worker card with the 7 of coins. I'm going to get all the cards out and then we're going to chat. Okay. 7 of swords, palace of cups. Oh, nice. And the 6 of wands, the victory card. All right. That's the tarot of dreams. That's the wisdom of the oracle. Now we're going to use the moon and stars tarot. All the cards I use are linked below, along with a link to my website if you would like to book in with me. All right. Let's see what we have. Tell me more, and then we're going to chat. We're going to clarify with several other decks. We're probably going to be here a while, so get comfy. Get yourself a cup of tea. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I got coffee here. It is 8 something in the morning here, so coffee. All right, let's see what we have. Ooh, nice. Ace of Cups. Knight of Wands in your action. The Chariot. 6 of Pentacles, and there he is. There's the Hermit. There is the Hermit. Okay, all right, let's talk about these before we add in more detail. Okay, let's start with this little section here. So we've got the community. We've got I'm going to, all right, trying not to manifest in the future. Going to is a future tense. So I am intending to focus on what is in my community and do some exploration, right? Now, it's going to take a bit of work and effort. We have the 8 of coins, okay? Because, yeah, you know, if you go and join something new, it is a bit of work. You've got to get to know people. You've got to make an effort, all of that stuff. Now, because it's Virgo, we're going to have to talk about work, aren't we? So the 7 of wands, get your words out, you. The 7 of coins and the 8 of coins, the worker about what I'm building for the future. This is, I'm sowing the seeds here so that I can reap the rewards later down the line. This can also be talking about collaborations with your work, with your business. A stronger success of clientele. If you're on YouTube, more subscribers, a greater community in your Instagram, Facebook, social media, all of that. This is a stronger presence, is the words they're giving me. Nice, okay. A stronger presence in your work life. So being seen, being noticed, people reaching out, want to work with a Virgo, want to spend time with a Virgo, all right? So we are really expanding the community. If you are like me working at home alone, then reaching out and collaborating with other people it balances up all of that hermit energy. All right, so a lot of focus on work and what you're building for the future. So they're just saying to me early in the year, in January, as we come out of Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is our ruler, so we start to just feel this push forward very quickly in January about what seeds am I sowing. Great timing, of course, because January the 1st, this is when generally people set their intentions for the year, most of which fall away by the 17th of January. But Not for my Virgos. We're setting the scene about what am I building for this year of 2024. Where do I want to be this time next year? What do I want to expand and grow? And what do I want to shrink and shrivel? Because yes, there's some relationships around you that you'll be like, that is taking over and I need to pull back on it. Okay, so which is expanding, which is shrinking. You're going to be really setting the scene very early in the year, all right, about the intention of what you want, because there's something new here. Ace of Cups. I want to love, I want to connect, I want to fall in love with life again. Right, when we are in hermit mode and not leaving the house, as you know, you can love your house and you can love your work you do in your house, but let's get out there into community, into nature, into activity as well, because we've got the Knight of Wands here. Now, knights are action, and the word they gave me for him is activity. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is enthusiastic and passionate and energized, and off he goes, and he's going to join everything, and he's going to, I'm going to join the tennis club, I'm going to join this dance class, I'm going to join this, that or the other, I'm going to join a dating site, I'm going to, right? So the Knight of Wands is taking the action to bring in the new ace, that new beginning in terms of, I want to feel happier. I love my work or I hate my work, but even if you love it, work is not life. It's part of life. We want to bring in some balance in the other areas of community. So a push forward this year, and this isn't just early in the year, these energies all through the year, all right? So you will be given opportunities, Virgo, to be interacting in your community a little bit more. But you need to take the action. This is a co-creation, all right? So, nothing's going to shift if you don't go and have a little look of what's going on, if you don't pay attention. All right, pay attention. They've just given me an example. I was on a train platform last week and getting the train into the city to get some bits. And while I was on the train platform, I noticed a poster for a community event on a particular date in my local community. And I noticed it but didn't take it in. And then Spirit gave me a nudge and went, have a look. And I'm kind of, what? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that looks quite good. I might go to that. All right, so it's that kind of thing. If we choose to pay attention, if we choose to see things, then we can go along and there may be something for us, even if it's just an hour out. All right, or it may be that you connect with somebody in a really good way who invites you to go to something else, and the way that the snowball starts to pick up momentum. So we're taking action to bring in a greater happiness. We're sowing those seeds, and we're very much focused on the community. All right, now let's look at this middle row, the higher power with the Seven of Swords and the Chariot. Okay, so this is your spiritual self that wants to grow and expand in 2024. We're going to be working more with our higher self, our internal sat-nav, all right? Our soul source energy that is trying to guide us on our path through these significant turbulent times of change and shift that will get us to where we need to be, which is a better place. All right, so we're going to be raising the vibration and shifting up a notch. Now, the Seven of Swords in the middle has got two different meanings depending on the circumstances. And you probably know this, you watch tarot. So the Seven of Swords can be a card of deceit and deception and sneakiness and lies and convincing yourself black is white because it suits you at the time. And we all do it. I'm really good at doing it, okay? It's like I will convince myself that is a particular way because it serves my particular perspective, but it's not necessarily the truth. So we'll deny it, don't we? We all lie to ourselves, that, oh, I'm not really exhausted. Yes, you are. You're just putting a brave face on. We do that kind of thing. So the thing is with the higher power, this higher vibration, that kind of inauthentic, is that the right word? Lacking authenticity, that kind of behavior is going to start to fall away. Because as we start to raise our vibration, we become more real. We become more truthful. We say it as it is. Now, Virgo's very good at doing that anyway. But equally, we're very caring and polite, never want to hurt anybody's feelings. So we can dress it up, you know? And it doesn't always serve us or the other person. The truth, and I can hear them and they're singing and chorusing behind me. The truth shall set you free. They're kind of doing it. I'm hearing my spiritual team. They're all saying it at the same time. They love the film with Jim Carrey. The truth will set you free. That shall set you free, they're saying, all right? Because it just brings everything into a more real place. And if it breaks friendships and relationships, they were not solid. They were built on a false foundation, because a solid relationship or friendship will actually connect with you deeper when you are real, because they know the real you. And, you know, we've got a saying in England, you know, a spade's a bloody spade. That's up north. But it's saying it as it is, just being real. And it can be a bit blunt and it can be a bit like, oh, you know, I didn't expect to hear that. But you know where you stand with people who are upfront. You know where you are. There's none of this, you know, they're saying one thing, but they might mean another. You just know where you are. That's part of the authentic you. And there is huge power in authenticity. Huge power. Right? You know, when we look at people whose mind works a little bit differently, all right, on the spectrum with autism and things like that, they will just say it the way they see it. There's no filter, depending on the level of the spectrum, because it goes from mild to severe, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I've got a little bit of that. I've got a lot of that. I will just say it as it is. I will try to always speak my truth in a very respectful and loving way, but I'm not responsible for the way it's received. I'm responsible for the way I deliver it. So there's a big emphasis on moving this forward. We've got the Chariot underneath. The Chariot is progress, it's victory, it's a moving forward in a much more authentic and real way. So the second meaning with this is strategy, having a plan. If I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me more, then what is my plan to make that happen? All right, do I trust in Spirit enough? Do I need to learn more about it? Do I want to read some books, listen to some podcasts? Do I want to expand my spiritual knowledge? What's my strategy to allow my higher self to have more of a voice? So, big shift spiritually, all right? Now, when we listen to our higher self, I promise you life gets better. It can be a little chaotic for a little while, because once you start listening to your higher self, you'll start noticing things you didn't notice before. You're like, why am I putting up with that? What am I doing in this job? We start to make significant changes to align with the real us. So it can be a bit turbulent, but I promise you the other end of that turbulence is I'm now living my best life. I'm now living a life that feels authentic and right for me. So we've got some big shifts in that area. Now let's look at this by the book. Okay. So by the book, following the leader, your spiritual self, allowing yourself to connect with your community, because lions, where did I get lions from? Elephants are always in a herd, you know. Elephant does not do the lone wolf thing, all right? They are absolutely in a herd, in a community, and they all look after each other and they all support each other, all right? So again, with that emphasis on the community, we have the Palace of Cups, which is a place, all right? The palaces in this deck are a place, home or work or an environment like a mountain or a field or a particular beach or river that you like. It doesn't, but it's a place, or it's not an energy, it's a place. All right, so within that place, the energy of the Palace of Cups is a place where you are in the flow, where emotionally you feel like you're just in the flow. I'm in a good place. This is where I feel I can be my real self. So this can mean for some of us Virgos that you are moving home into a place that just feels right. It may or may not be near water because it's the cups, all right, which is the water flow, but it's a place that emotionally you feel good, whatever that is for you, all right, whether it's that you've got a beautiful view to look out at, whether it's that you are near your community, your family, whether it's that it's a place where you feel safe and secure. Of course, you can never get that from a place, but we think we can, all right? The security is within you. The property or place is actually nothing to do with your security. That's within you. But we can feel more secure in one place than another, yes? So there can be a shift here of home or work, or just this energy of, all right, so they just show me you might be redecorating, you might be just moving things around, cleaning things up, clearing things out, making your place flow a little better. And we've got the Six of Pentacles underneath it, which is a card of receiving. It's a card of give and take and flow, of balance. It's always in the normal tarot with scales, all right? It's like mini justice, if you like. It's about balance. If I've been giving, and I'm now giving from an empty cup because there's nothing coming back, this is the time where you start to receive. Fill the cup back up. Now that might be the universe bestowing a lovely gift upon you, or that might be you setting better, clearer boundaries to say, I'm actually gived out. Okay, I've run out, I've got compassion fatigue, and I'm just going to refill my own cup, and I'm saying no to everything. That's fine too, but it's about it coming back to you. All right, so coming back to you in the flow, in this place where you can just feel good. Okay, and we've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, the success, the recognition, being seen, being noticed, feeling, yes, victorious. And that Six of Wands, there he is, he's just come back from battle. The Five of Wands, fights, arguments, difficulties, challenges, but he's won, he's victorious. I've overcome it. And so here we are, Virgo, showing up in our own reading with the Hermit. Right at the end there, yes, we will always like to spend time on our own and sometimes prefer it, but not doing it all of the time. So feeling very content within your own self, giving to yourself with that Six of Pentacles and the Hermit side by side, giving to yourself in the flow of your own generosity of spirit, to give myself time, to give myself rewards, to give myself care, to give myself what I need. Because Virgos, we're incredible at giving to everybody else. We're pretty crap at giving to ourselves. So 2024 is the year of the focus on you, to give to you, to balance your life and your world, to smooth things out, to trust your higher self, and to allow the community to be there that you can connect with a little bit more. All right? Okay, let's add in some more then. Let's find out some more. All right, so this is the Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so this community that we are kind of wanting, but kind of not wanting, I'm all right on my own. We've been a little bit stuck. You might have found that you're living in a place where you look around and kind of, these are not my people. What am I doing here? I'm not joining in with this. I'm not connecting in with that. You might have been stuck with so much work going on that there just wasn't time to connect with the community. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling stuck. So we've been feeling stuck with community. You might be physically living in the middle of nowhere on your own and say, there is no community near me. And say, okay, all right. Are we in a position where we could drive an hour to the nearest town and join something there? Are we in a position where we could go away for a weekend and join things, on a periodic basis? I'm going there once a month and I'm going to join that theatre group, or I'm going to... It's allowing yourself to look at other options. So where you may feel stuck, there are no options. I can't see anything because she's blindfolded. All right, that we start to explore some other options so that we can sow the seeds to shift and change this. Tell me more. King of Wands. So dynamic, fire energy, determined. He's entrepreneur, he's great with work, but he's also about, I want to feel the fire in my belly. And so let's allow ourselves to build something for the future. Now, if this is about work for you, because it's going to be different areas, it's a general reading. If you've been feeling stuck in work, the King of Wands coming in, rooted down with the Knight of Wands underneath, is a powerful combination of taking action from a very empowered place to make things happen. So we are shifting things forward. We've got the Ace of Cups, clarifying the Ace of Cups. So there's a double message saying, let's focus on some happiness and fulfillment here, please, and not just work, and not just gifting to everybody else. Let's bring in some balance in 2024. All right? Okay. So the Temperance card wants to come in with the higher power, with that spiritual connection in the middle. And there, that beautiful angel is with the cups that we're pouring, the balance. We're getting that balance. We're bringing things back into balance, moderation. Right? We tend to do extremes, don't we? All right, that it's all work and to the point of exhaustion, and then I can't move for a week, and it's all rest. In these kind of, we want to get the balance in. Some work, some rest, some play, some community, some exploration. So we've got some balance wanting to come in, particularly connected in with this spiritual side, this higher vibration. So the Temperance is an angelic energy to say, let's start communicating. Page of Swords is communication. Let's start talking to my higher self. Let's start talking to my angels. Right, let's start communicating, if I can get it up there properly. Right, that sword can cut through any confusion or illusion. All right, the camera's doing its thing again. Stop it. All right, let me just see if I can get it to stop. No, it's going to be silly. Hang on. All right, I went to the bottom of the deck and showed it this card so that it will... It's doing that when it can't focus properly. It's getting confused. Oh, that's interesting. They're saying, yes, like Virgos do sometimes. Okay, so let's take these for a minute and talk. Okay, when the camera just suddenly pulses like that, it's not able to focus. It can't get things into focus, which is very much like her, all right? So the Four of Swords... Do you see these extremes? And this is what we're talking about with Temperance. Temperance is about bringing the balance in. These are extremes. All work, exhausted. All rest, knackered. Okay? It's like, right, I'm either just always carrying this heavy burden to the point of exhaustion, and then I'm just like, right, out. I need to just rest. So Spirit are going to start communicating with you much more loudly in 2024. They're going to give you more nudges. They're going to give you more, oi, slow down, or oi, go out and play. You're going to have those nudges coming in. The priority is to get your world and life in balance. We want that balance to come in. We don't want these extremes of, you know, the Ten of Wands is an enormous burden that you're carrying, and then you just put it down for 5 minutes, collapse in a heap, and then pick it back up again and carry on, and then collapse in a heap. This back and forth, no. Whether this is about your work life, your personal life, your relationships, it can be in any area, can't it? But we want to progress this. We've got the Chariot here, so we're going to move forward into more balance spiritually. So you're going to be listening to your higher self more. You may be meditating more. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation, as well as rest and sleep. It is a card of stepping back and reevaluating, does this work for me? Our spiritual beliefs evolve just the same as relationships evolve, some jobs evolve, things evolve, we change. What I believed 20 years ago, I don't necessarily believe now. The spiritual team I was working with 20 years ago most of them have changed to the ones I'm working with now. So our spiritual side changes and evolves as well as our earthly life. So we're going to take a step back and say, does that still work for me? Do I still believe in my guides and work with my guides? Or am I now much more about the I am, which is the law of attraction and our own divinity and our own sense of self, and less reliant on a spiritual team? There are so many different beliefs. There's, the Buddhist belief is it's all about you. There's nothing outside of you. And, we are shifting our beliefs all of the time. So there will be a reevaluation spiritually about what I now feel is right for me, because my vibration is changing. So then everything else begins to change as well. All right, let's clarify these. Goodness me, is it half an hour already? I better carry on quickly. Speed up. Sorry. All right. So we've got the moon. What don't we know? What can't we see? Can we trust? We've got the 7 of coins again with the 3 of wands. So we are building something for the future that we can reap those rewards from, that's going to expand us, that's going to shift us, that's going to grow us. But we have the moon here, which means we don't have all the answers. And Virgo, we're a bit controlling. We want to know everything. We will do our due diligence, all right, to just sort of check everything out. But the moon is saying there will be parts of this year along your path where you've got no clue where you're going. You can't see clearly. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and trust, because you are building something here that you will get the rewards from. This 3 of wands is your ships coming in, really looking at your horizons, really looking at where am I going, not just in this next week or month or year. Where do I want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What's my future plan? And we don't want to live in the future, but we want to see our horizons about where we're trying to get to. These leaves sprouting on these wands are saying, I'm sowing these seeds here, and they are going to sprout. They are going to move forward towards something new for me that is going to grow. I am growing, because out of these leaves will come more twigs and more branches and a tree. We're growing. All right. So let's have some animal cards for my Virgos. Sorry about the camera doing that thing. It's because it's a dark, rainy, cold, yucky day today here in the UK. I must get a decent camera next year. All right. So we got grasshopper. Take a leap of faith, okay? Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. So all of this is our new foundation that we're laying based on this higher spiritual knowledge. And this grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith, is very much linked with this community and greater happiness. So are we going to take a risk and go and join something? Are we going to take a risk and start collaborating and doing teamwork and building more of connections within our personal and professional lives? Take a leap of faith, Virgo. All right, now, turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Let's just talk about this one for a moment. When we overgive, and I do it regularly, and I know I shouldn't, all right? I'm the spiritual teacher of law of attraction, but I'm not perfect. I'm still learning myself. I am a work in progress, as we all are. When we are giving from a place of gratitude and grace, in other words, it feels right to do this for you, and I'm enjoying doing this for you, then we are in the flow of a beautiful energy of giving. When we're giving through gritted teeth, resentment, anger and annoyance, as I have been recently with one particular member of my family, it is exhausting and draining for both of us. So if you haven't got it to give, which was my issue, I was trying to squeeze everything in and I didn't have it to give but felt obliged to. I was giving from resentment and anger rather than from gratitude and grace. Yeah, who knew Julie Poole wasn't perfect? I've known a long time. So I want you to look at that. I had to look at that and step back and say, no, I can't do this. I don't have it to give, so it's a no. And sorry. And then deal with the fallout of the guilt and work through that and out the other side. And I know, okay, but this is about, for this next year, 2024, look at where you're overgiving or you're giving not from gratitude and grace, but from resentment and annoyance. Look at that and pull back. Rebalance. We've got the temperance card underneath this, all right? Only give when it feels right to give. You know, it's one of the things I'm very aware of. I spoke to Spirit about, is it okay for me to not do this? And they're like, you're actually not helping by doing and giving, or you're creating dependency. And actually, if you pull back, answers will come in other directions. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's personal. So allowing yourself to only give from a place of gratitude, and in other words, love and high vibration. If you're not in that space, don't do it. Okay. Now, this that we're building, moving forward, shifting into this beautiful energy. What have we got under here? The Six of Pentacles. The word on the card is kindness. And that is true of the Six of Pentacles. But it's also about receiving. So give and take. We are laying a solid foundation. Putting those foundations in place that are going to last, that are going to be strong, that are going to work. Okay. Right. What else do we want? We want some of these. Okay. These are my little affirmation cards. They're not for sale. They're just little cards that I wrote some affirmations from my book to be able to share with you for 2024. So I've written down the page numbers and they're taken from my affirmation book. I know many of you have got this book. So these are, I'm going to pull 3 affirmations for 2024 for Virgo. Okay. Page 38. I am happy and comfortable to be seen. Interesting. That's your 6 of Wands, being seen, being recognized. Virgos, we can be a little bit shy. We can be a little bit sort of hold back and not so good with ringing our own bell. You know, look at me, look at me. We're usually quite humble. So affirmation here, I am happy and comfortable to be seen, right? And we have chapter 1, page 3. I am open to my own innate inner knowing and intuition. Well, who knew? Because that is what I've been talking about here. Your higher power wants a bigger voice, a bigger part of your life. Sorry about the scruffy writing. I am open to my own innate inner knowing and intuition. So that is confirming that. I want one more. Oh, and at the bottom, chapter 1, page 1. I am a powerful creator. I am a powerful creator. You are creating your world into being. 2024 is a big shift for you to create something that is more sustainable, more balanced, more community-led, more empowered, more spiritually connected, and a more authentic you. I'm just listening to what they're saying. All right. So from the angels then, to finish off, source of life. Source will give you all the power and love and energy that you need for the most wondrous life. Allow yourself to bathe in the flow of love and peace from Source. It is there to tap into. Just ask and you will receive. Strength. That sword of truth, that sword of power and strength that you are lifting into this year, becoming stronger and stronger spiritually, intuitively, and the more balanced you are, the stronger you get. Because of course, every time we're out of balance, when we go through these, this here, rest, push too hard, rest, push too hard. Every time we're doing that, it weakens us. When we can get into balance with that temperance card, it strengthens us. So Spirit will give you the strength that you need to bring your world into balance in 2024. In other words, helping you to say no and step back when you're overtired, helping you to encourage you to go and join things and be part of things. Spirit will be guiding you, and you are never alone. They are always with you. They are always accessible to you, around you, guiding you, loving you, listening to you, and encouraging you. All right. So Virgo, that is what I have for you for 2024. The overview of the year, the key themes, the key messages, the key support. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, give it a like, share all that lovely good stuff. And I want to just take a moment to say thank you for all of your love and care and support and subscribings and comments and interactions on my channel, on our channel, because this is a community too. So I know many of you have been with me since the beginning when I started doing tarot on YouTube in 2018. I've been doing tarot since about 1978 or something, but on YouTube since 2018. So here we are coming into 2024 and going into 6 years doing this now. Thank you for caring, sharing, being here and being part of this community, and I hope that you will stay with me through 2024 and we continue to grow this community into something phenomenal. All right, my beautiful Virgo, have an amazing day, week, month and 2024, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye bye.